My grandfather, I remember neighbors telling me that he plowed with 2 teams. He was the only guy that they could run 2 teams in the field that they knew of. And he had a team going down ahead of him, plowing away, and he'd take the more welder team behind, and that team would stop and he'd come to the field and he'd go lift the plow up and it'd go around, get in the furrow, and he'd follow around. And so he was conservative and trying to get as much done as possible. And my father was somewhat that way, you know, trying to be, and maybe it don't probably look like it's a conservatism, but we've tried to do that as the best we can. My father never liked horses because he says, I looked at enough rear ends. I don't want to see any more. So when they got the AR, he would have been about 16 when he got the AR, and that was the first tractor on the farm. This one I'm driving's got 27. That one there has got, I believe it's 525. This is, like I say, a 37 AR. And the first one my grandfather had was a 1936. The only difference is this one here has got an air-conditioned seats, holes in it. He sent me up with the A and the 3-bottom plow to plow around a quarter of land. And I was wondering what I'd done wrong that day because that took a long process. But if you think about it, they were doing that with horses. It's just unbelievable, the change, and really a lot of that change is just in the last 10 years.
Well, my name is Jared Hagert, and I farm about 7,000 acres with my wife Brandy. My father Curtis helps also. We farm hard red spring wheat, soybeans, corn, and dry edible beans. This farmyard, when it was started, it was made for horses coming in and out. And now, as you can see back here, we've got a lot of horsepower. My great-grandfather started farming the land here in 1905. My grandfather, Curtis, took the farm over from him, and my father, Curtis, and his brother, David, farmed together for a while. And then my father, Curtis, farmed it, and now it's, Dad had retired here a few years ago, and now I'm farming it. When you know what you want to do, you do it, you know. It's much like anything else, but it didn't stop me from teasing Grandpa every once in a while because he was always telling me I was going to be a farmer, and I said, well, no, maybe I'll be this. No, you're going to be a farmer, so.
I guess I taught him what I knew and how to do things. He learned it at a young age, and when we're working together, I think we kind of amaze the men who don't even talk, and the other guy knows what he wants and this wants, and you just go do it. And our viewpoints are 99 and 9/10% the same, it seems like, you know, when you stop and think about it.
The biggest lesson that I've learned from my dad is if it's worth doing, it's worth doing well. Ever since I started farming, it's been a constant cycle of change. And I would draw that parallel to my great-grandfather, grandfather, father, and uncle. You know, we've all dealt with change. But there seems to be more change today driven by technology. It allows us to do more with less. I have to give credit to the generations before me for their foresight in the way things are set up. Big shoes to fill for me, looking back and also looking forward.